We are dishing on movies.
So this week on Dishing on Movies, we're going to scare up some good old Muenster Mac N Cheese from the Monsters Inc. coming back out in theaters next week.
Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah, the thing that's amazing about this is that Muenster cheese isn't really a cheese you see a lot. It's a mild, really creamy cheese.
I love it.
It's great.
It's so good.
We're gonna amp it up with a white cheddar, have some of that tanginess too.
Okay,
Some white wine, some shallots. We're gonna be all set.
Sounding delish. Let's scare it up right now. Butter, flour, milk, chicken broth, Sauvignon Blanc, shallots, salt, Muenster cheese, white cheddar, macaroni, chives, and 1 black olive.
So let's talk a little bit about technique. So for this recipe, and there's 100 million ways to make macaroni and cheese. For this version of our Muenster Mac N Cheese, we're going to be using a bechamel sauce. It's one of the 5 French mother sauces, and it's essentially, we make a roux of buttered flour, then we add milk, we thicken it, then we add our cheese, and then we're good to go. So we're going to be using a shallot. It's a milder cousin of the onion, and it's pretty easy, but we want to fine dice, okay? So here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take our shallot, and we're just going to cut it lengthwise. Be mindful of your fingers. Okay, so keep it like a claw on top, all right? That's 1 slice. The second slice is about in the middle. Another 3rd slice. Now we're gonna go right into the top. Be mindful of your fingers, okay? Now we're gonna make lengthwise cuts. Okay. I'm using my finger to hold the onion together. Okay? We're just gonna hold it together and give it a cut.
A little pat of butter.
Yep.
A few pats of butter, I guess, really. Do you have a favorite Pixar movie?
Oh, favorite Pixar movie. I mean, I do love Toy Story 3. Oh,
Ooh,
that was so
the
cute.
third one is good.
The 3rd one was good. How about you?
I like Lotso Bear.
Yeah,
He was a good villain.
He was a good villain.
I think Wall-E is definitely hands down.
I've never seen Wall-E.
What?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I've never seen it. I've never seen it. So that's on my list.
You gotta see it. You gotta see it. Wall-E is so awesome.
As soon as that last bit of butter is close to melting, we're gonna go ahead and what's called sweat these shallots.
Sweat it on out.
Yeah. This ends up being about 1/4 to 1/3 cup of shallot. You can add as little or as much as you like. Now we're gonna go ahead and add the flour. What we're doing here is we're going to be making a roux. You're essentially taking nearly equal parts butter and flour, though everyone's recipe is different. And we're going to cook that flour until it's about like a blonde color. Okay, we're doing what's called making a roux.
Can we make this a boo instead of a roux?
We can make this a boo, yes.
All right.
So we're going to add now about 1/4 teaspoon of salt and about 1/8 of a teaspoon of white pepper. We're going to add warm milk and chicken broth. Right into that. Just whisk it. We'll whisk it real good. Once it comes up to a boil, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of a dry white wine. We're using a Sauvignon Blanc, okay?
Okay.
So here's our Sauvignon Blanc. Again, we're just gonna stir that up. So I'm gonna put in the white cheddar. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. That's our white cheddar, and this is the Muenster, and this is its kind of signature orange coloring.
Oh yeah, the little skin.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Monsters University. I think that looks really funny.
It looks hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's like a career path. So their job is to scare kids to basically keep the power on in their city. But you got to learn how to be a top scarer like Scully or Sully.
Sully.
So yeah, Scully is X-Files, Sully's Monsters Inc. Really melting this very slow, right? It's not boiling. I'm just letting the heat of the pan and the milk really start to melt that cheese.
That is going to be a good mac and cheese. Look at that gooey cheese.
Look at that.
Ooh, chow. I'm going to eat it like a monster, you know what I'm saying? Just, ow.
We're going to go ahead and add our macaroni. So what we did is we have 4 cups of macaroni, but even still, let's add almost all of it. Leave about,
right into the pan?
Yep. Almost all of it. And now we're just gonna coat it.
It's either my tummy or a monster growling. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Either way, watch out.
We went ahead and put it in this bowl because we want to make it Monsters Inc. themed, like Mike W's eye.
So we got some chives, making a little eyeball shape. Obviously an optional step, but I think it'll be really fun.
Okay, so now we've eyeballed it up like Mike, and we're gonna put it in the oven just for 10 minutes to warm it through.
Never wanted to eat an eyeball so bad in my life. All right, it's time to take this monster out of the oven.
All right, let's do it.
I think it looks fantastic.
And it smells unbelievably.
Let's show this monster who's boss. Come here, you.
So if you want to kick the flavor up, you can add a couple dashes of hot sauce or a couple dashes of Worcestershire or some freshly grated nutmeg to kind of amp up the flavor, have a new dimension.
Throw some bacon in there.
Oh yeah, bacon is great.
Good.
Even a smoked sausage sliced up and grilled.
Either way, this is scary good.
Oh, this is good.
We are dishing on movies.
That scared me. That really scared me.